Welcome, foolish mortals. Today we have a couple of short stories to talk about, with the adventures of Ichabod and Mr. Toad.
Ichabod and Mr. Toad.
The Adventures of Ichabod and Mr. Toad was released in 1949, and it is similar to a package film where we have two short stories wrapped into one feature film. We start off with Mr. Toad, which isn't that spooky.
J. Thaddeus Toad, Esquire. Have you never met him? You will find his story in this delightful little book, The Wind and the Willows. Toad, you might say, was the one disturbing element. Incurable adventurer, mad, reckless, tried everything, positive mania for fads, and he never counted the cost.
And in fact, there's no spookiness in there at all. But it's based off of The Wind and the Willows, which was a really famous book, and it's gotten a lot of adaptations. This one, we just focus on Mr. Toad and his crazy adventures.
Toad was far too clever, and at the moment completely mad. He was determined to get a motor car, even if he had to beg, borrow, or...
He ends up getting caught, going to jail, escaping from jail, and getting back home, ending on Christmas.
in which two loyal hearts still held the warmth of Christian charity.
Bless this good food we are about to enjoy. Bless us, everyone. And bless poor Toad.
I don't know why we're ending on Christmas before we go into Halloween, but that's how things go. And Mr. Toad today is really known for Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. It's now defunct within Walt Disney World, the Magic Kingdom, but it's still current in Disneyland. They also did extend Mr. Toad's Wild Ride into a movie in 1996. I have no idea about any of it, and we're not currently reviewing this one, but it seems interesting.
Join Toad and his friends on a right rollicking roller coaster of a ride. Toad Hall will be history!
But then passing Mr. Toad aside, we do end up focusing on Ichabod and the Legend of Sleepy Hollow.
And of course, the one and only Ichabod Crane. Old Icky, if you recall, was the country schoolmaster, dreamed up by Washington Irving. Oh, he had a way with the yarn, did Mr. Irving.
And I thought it was a lot more spookier than it actually was. I was hoping for a lot of Halloween fun and a lot of spooky, ooky, kooky fun, but we don't get any of it until the last 10 minutes of the short.
It's the new schoolmaster, what's his name?
Ichabod, Ichabod Crane,
Ichabod, what a name.
kind of odd.
But nice just the same. Funny pen, funny frame. Ichabod,
Ichabod Crane.
It started out really slow. We learned about Ichabod and how he's a ladies' man.
Who's the town's ladies' man?
gets around like nobody can.
Has to be none other than Ichabod, Ichabod Crane.
I don't understand that. And he's a school teacher and he has the whole town under control until this wonderful woman Karina comes in and basically captures his heart.
Once you have met that little coquette Katrina, you won't forget Katrina.
So it's him and a couple other fellow men who all are trying to compete for Karina. Brom starts to tell the story of Sleepy Hollow and the Headless Horseman, and then it becomes a jam.
They say he's tired of his flaming top. He's got a yen to make a swap. So he rides one night each year to find a head in the hollow here.
Now he likes them little, he likes them big.
the middle or awake,
black or white or even red.
the headless horseman needs a head.
I actually really love this song, and that's when things start getting interesting, because then we have Halloween, and this is what we're here for, Halloween. It's a very short segment when we actually are introduced to Headless Horseman. And the Headless Horseman is a very iconic character, especially today in Disney, because at Not So Scary Halloween Party, the Headless Horseman always rides down with his head.
He's the bringer of Halloween fear. Beware, the Headless Horseman is here.
I wanted more of that. I was actually really disappointed and didn't enjoy this movie as much as I thought I would, because I wasn't as spooky as I thought it would. But this segment was narrated by Ben Crosby, and he also sings a lot of the songs, so that was really cool because I do love Ben Crosby. The first section with Mr. Toad was narrated by Basil Rathbone, which is interesting because previously we talked about The Great Mouse Detective, and I'll leave a link in the description too if you want to check that out, my review on it. But the one character is called Basil, and it's definitely inspiration from him. So it's cool to connect all these different stories together and people together. It is well animated, it is a good story, 2 stories, but I was disappointed because I was looking forward to spooky fun and I did not get that. So I lost some points there because it's not really a Halloween film when it is kind of conceived as a Halloween film. But if you want to watch it any time of year, go for it. It's still enjoyable and it's very short, it's only an hour long. So it's something that's great to put on, just chill and relax. But tomorrow we're gonna get back to the actual real horror and talk about some really cool Halloween movies. We're gonna start off with Escape to Witch Mountain, so you can stay tuned, and as always, I hope you have a magical day, and I will see you real soon.